Hey, welcome back to Chew the Bible. It's your good friend Ron. It is 7:38 p.m. May 27th, 2022. And your boy's over here looking bald and beautiful. I cut my hair, the little stubble that was on top of my head. Saved a little bit of a goatee, whatever you want to call this thing. Then I went to go shower and there's no water. Like, there's water, but it's weak. I really wish they would warn folks when they shut the water down, whatever they doing. Anyway, well, we're back recording. Hopefully, I just hope I don't have to go to sleep with. I brushed a lot of the hair off, but I don't want to get in my bed with still like all these little tiny hairs on my body. Uh, anyway, it could be a whole lot of worse things going on. Man, I'm so glad we went through Ecclesiastes pretty fast. I'm so glad I don't have to type out Ecclesiastes anymore. Even though my phone will auto correct it or pre-fill it in or whatever after a while, but that's not the easiest word to spell. Ecclesiastes. It's one of those SAT words. All right. Before we get into Song of Songs, I usually like to read when I have an opportunity. I like to read the little summary, introduction. So there you go. I got that on my Las Gafas. Oh, that's not. That's my sunglasses. Hold on a second. Where are my other glasses? Reading glasses. Man, see, that's how I be losing stuff. They way over there. I set them down. Way over here. Yeah, get something else, homie. Something else, my friend. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. All right. Song of Songs. Introduction. This book itself, the Songs of Songs, which is Solomon's, but the phrasing reflects the ambiguity of the Hebrew words. It could be understood as claiming that King Solomon is the author, or it could indicate that it was written for Solomon. The traditional position of the church is that Solomon authored the book. And I would agree with that because it talks a lot about love and innuendos to relations. I was just thinking too while I was in the bathroom cutting my hair. I was like, isn't that interesting that the only book in the entire Bible that talks about aphrodisiacs, as far as I know, in those capers, is in Ecclesiastes, written by your one and only Solomon. Oh, anyway. All right. Some critical Bible scholars believe Solomon's authorship to be impossible, pointing to words that reflect Greek and Persian influences, which would be problematic because those kingdoms didn't arise for hundreds of years after his death. They claim that these words demonstrate that the book was written after the exile, not during the time of the monarchy of Solomon's day. The evidence to which they point, though, is inconclusive. Other scholars have shown that these words may actually come from other Semitic languages contemporary with Solomon's day, and many words and inscriptions in the book actually favor a date during Israel's monarchy. Thus, we are on good ground to believe that 1:1 refers to Solomon as the writer. Why do you put 1:1? Chapter 1, verse 1? I guess that's what they meant. He meant there. I'm reading the Tony Evans summary, by the way, out of the Tony Evans Study Bible. Get yours today on Amazon for only $49.99, somewhere around there. think it's cheaper than that now. It is true that Solomon strayed significantly from the biblical ideal for marriage, having hundreds of wives and concubines. See 1 Kings 11:3. His sin, however, did not prevent God from graciously using him to reveal divine truth. So there's a perfect example of how God can use anyone, anybody for his purposes. Man, I was talking to Steffi Curry, and she showed me a picture of this ice cream that she had, these drumsticks. And so I sent her a message saying sharing is caring. And it's crickets over here. She ain't said nothing. She probably talking to her other boyfriend. I'm gonna tell him, like, hey, tell your girl to share her ice cream. This is so weird. I'm in like the weirdest situation right now. So the woman I probably should have stayed with, right? Who's treating me the best out of any woman I've ever been with in my life. I broke up with her, then took like a month off or whatever long it was. I can't even remember. Took some time off, then got back on the dating apps because I was like feeling lonely. Feeling a little lonely as old dude. What's that dude? What's that song? What's his name? Lenny Williams. Cause sometimes you get a little lonely. Dun, dun. Oh, we gotta take a Lenny Williams break. My bad, y'all. Oh, it's gonna probably mess up my broadcast if I do that. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? Lenny Williams. Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do. Alright, we gotta look at the lyrics. Where is it? Yeah. I don't say it. We can always take a break for Lenny Williams. Especially since we're gonna be reading the Song of Songs. Where is it? Lyrics. Where's the part? Because he's like, where's the part where he says sometimes you get a little lonely? Oh. I think it's one of his ad libs. They don't have. Let me see if they got his ad lib in here. Yeah, tears running down my eyes. I smiled. Smile. Where's the line where he says, sometimes I get a little lonely? Till one time I thought I rolled myself up in a big old ball and died. Where is it? The tears, cry. Yeah, here we go. Here, I found it. I found the line. It said, maybe you never felt the things that I felt. But he's like talking. Back in the day, he used to talk on songs. They don't do that no more. He said, Lenny. All right, here, let's back it up. Let's go back it up. Let's back it up. Before we get into the Song of Songs. You know, one time things got so bad until I had to go to one of my friends to talk to him. And I told him, I said, you know, I'm having problems with the woman that I love. And it seems that I call her on the phone and I just can't get her to answer. Oh, man. And then I went to her house and I saw a car parked. I can't do all that. I ain't trying to get no stalking charges on me. Lenny was going a little too far. And then I went to her house and I saw a car parked in the driveway. I knocked on the door, but still my knocks went unanswered. Lenny was going through it. Oh man, he was going through it. My knocks went unanswered. And then I went home and I watched television until television went off. And then I played my records until It's funny because television back in the day really did go off at a certain time. The national anthem would come on. Anyway, and then I played my records until I just didn't want to hear them anymore. And finally, I went to bed, and I found myself waking up a few hours later, and the tears were running down my face. And my friends told me, he said, "Lenny, you just ought to forget about her." That's what my brother be saying. Forget these women. Oh, they just a distraction, man. Rejection is protection. But I told my friend, I said, you know, maybe you've never been in love like I've been in love. And maybe you've never felt the things that I felt. But this is what I told my friend. I said, you know, sometimes you get a little lonely. Oh, that's the line right there. Oh, that's the line. Oh, you get a little lonely. You get a little lonely. And he goes, oh. And I cry. I cry. Oh. Oh, man, he was going through it. And the tears. And the tears would fill up in the wells of my eyes. Oh, baby. And then it got so bad. It got so bad. So one time I thought, all right, I'm done. My bad, y'all. These women, man, they if you let them, they'll get to you. Where was I? So, yeah. The woman that I probably should have stayed with, I curved. Yo-yo one too many times. And then I took a break. And then I got on the dating apps. And that's how I found Miss Banks. Miss Banks. And things seemed to be going well. But then she yo-yoed me and curved me. Nah, it wasn't that bad, but yeah, we just kind of agreed to that this weren't, to just stop talking. Even though I miss talking to her too. Anyway, some of y'all probably, this dude don't know what he want. He don't really know what he want. I kind of do, but at this point, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just hoping God makes it like super clear. If I just need to leave all these women alone that I've been talking to, it's not that I say all these like it's a lot. Like, I definitely, it seems like the door is shut with Miss Banks. And Miss Steffi Curry has a boyfriend now. So that door is shut. I already know ain't nothing. I don't see. I don't envision a future with Lisa McDowell. And then I don't know. My friend Josette Yeti. She's way out in Sacramento, and she's young too. So, Lord help me. Lord, I need your help. They got me going in circles. Solomon, I feel your pain, man. Lenny, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. These women, man, they'll do something to your mind. All right. Historical background. Back to the word. The introduction. Song of Songs is an example of an ancient Near Eastern love song. The closest parallel to it is the Egyptian love poetry that existed during Solomon's time. Egyptian love poetry. Oh, man. Y'all need to go watch the movie on Solomon. I think it's on Tubi for free. It's so good. They got, just look up, what's her name? Vivica A. Fox. Look up Solomon movie with Vivica A. Fox. That's all you need to know. She's in that movie and she plays Queen of Sheba. It's a good movie. Song of Songs is an example of an ancient Near Eastern love song. The closest parallel to it is the Egyptian love poetry that existed during Solomon's time. Given his extensive knowledge, Solomon would have been familiar with such literature. The various place names mentioned in Song of Songs were located in the northern part of Solomon's kingdom: Damascus, Shunem, Tirzah, and Mount Hermon. After the division of the kingdom into North Israel and South Judah, a poem about a king in Jerusalem likely would not have included these locations. Interesting. I know I keep getting distracted, but I was just thinking, I really don't want to have to tell my story to another woman. Like, if I do end up marrying somebody different than these women that I've already been talking to, I'm like, she was gonna have to find out my background on her own because I ain't telling it to her voluntarily. I'm gonna get real quiet. I'm like, hey, you can read this, you can listen to this podcast and figure out stuff, piece stuff together over time, or I'll rewrite one of these books. That book I wrote, Better Man, and you can read that. It pretty much explains everything that happened. All right, message and purpose. Song of Songs is a book that is often misunderstood, misapplied, or simply unread. It is the lover's song, a story about God's love applied to human relationships. Story about God's love applied to human relationships. God wants that love expressed in romantic relationships. Therefore, Solomon is allowed to bring in a man and a woman on their journey to and in their marriage. I didn't say that right. Let me read that back. Therefore, Solomon is allowed to bring in a man and a woman on their journey to and in their marriage. It's weird how they wrote that. His telling includes the physical part of their union, which is something that God himself endorses. Yep, they basically talk about whoopee relations, as the old folks say. I was just talking to my friend Yeti actually last night, just about marriage and how it should be just a reflection of our relationship with God. My dad used to always draw the picture of the triangle, and on the triangle you had. I should get a whiteboard so I can start drawing this stuff now that I'm doing video again. But yeah, at the top you have God. At the top of the triangle there's God, and then at the bottom left you have the husband, and the bottom right you have the wife. And as long as they have that relationship with the Lord going up, the two meet with God, and then they also connect at the bottom. That's what the cross symbolizes as well. The cross, that's why the vertical part of the cross is longer than the horizontal part, because the vertical part is a deeper, longer relationship, represents our relationship with God, and then the horizontal part of the cross is our relationship with others. And we can't have a good relationship with other people without a relationship with God. And our relationship with God is way more important. That's why it's longer, way more important than our relationship with other people. Doesn't negate our relationship with other people, but our relationship with God is more important. Anyway, the Song of Songs should be deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and highly valued. The Song of Songs is a very tender, touching, and yet sensual book given to us so that we can understand not only how we can relate to God, but how he wants us to relate to one another within the context of marriage. God doesn't shy away from these matters. So since God gave us this book, let's find out what he has to say about tenderness, care, and love as a reflection of his kingdom relationship with us. Tenderness, care, and love as a reflection of his kingdom relationship with us. Interesting. The outline is the first part, chapters 1 through 3, talk about courtship, courting, the old school word, which is way more powerful than dating. Because dating is casual. Dating is like, I'll see if this works out. Courting is like, all right, I like what they got. I like this person a lot, and I don't want to pursue them and marry them. And you going through the process of courtship, getting to know them, going to premarital counseling, meeting their family. Yeah, I was down that road, but I got cold feet, so a lot of fear going on. All right, wedding day, reluctant, and that's chapters 3 through 5. It talks about the wedding day. Chapters 5 through 7 talk about the reluctance in romance, and then chapter 8 talks about permanence and purity. Only 8 chapters. Here we go. Oh yeah, we're going to read out of the New Living Translation. Here we go. Y'all ready? Sure you're ready. All right. This is Solomon's Song of Songs, more wonderful than any other. That's what they were actually talking about in the Tony Evans Introduction. Chapter 1 clearly says this is Solomon's Song of Songs. All right, young woman, kiss me. Oh, we gotta do it with a Barry White voice or a radio voice, a Quiet Storm voice. Oh, we gotta do the lady voice though. All right, my bad. I'm getting character. Get a little water. It'll be dope to read this I'm gonna read this with my wife in the future. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna let her do their parts. We're gonna read Song of Solomon to each other every night before we go to bed. Like, come here, girl. Let's read this Song of Solomon before we go to bed tonight. All right. Oh man! All right, can't wait. We're gonna eat some chicken piccata and oysters. All right, kiss me. I don't know. That's the lady part. My bad. Young woman. All right, kiss me, and kiss me again, for your love is sweeter than wine. How pleasing is your fragrance! Your name is like the spreading fragrance of scented oils. No wonder all the young women love you. Oh man, Solomon he had game. He had it going on. Man, he had this woman sprung. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. No wonder all the young women love you. Take me with you. Come, let's run. The king has brought me into his bedroom. All right, young women of Jerusalem. That's the next heading. How happy we are for you, O king. We praise your love even more than wine. Hey, that's pretty cool because usually ladies might be wanting to hate when they see another woman find the man of her dreams, her Boaz, her Solomon. All right, here we go. I know some of them women had to be jealous on the different ladies that Solomon was talking to. All the wives and concubines. All right, young woman. How right they are to adore you. I'm dark. So, yeah, it's interesting. My pastor at my old church, Abundant Life, out in Lee Summit, Pastor Phil Hopper, he preached a whole sermon on the Song of Solomon. Let me take these glasses off. It's hard to read with these on this screen. Hey, is that the water? Let there be water. Please tell me that's water. I think it is. Praise God. I can take a shower after this. I am dark but beautiful, dark and lovely. O women of Jerusalem, dark as the tents of Kedar, dark as the curtains of Solomon's tents. So she was black and beautiful. So y'all want to talk about, there's black people in the Bible. Here we go, right here. Don't stare at me because I am dark. The sun has darkened my skin. My brothers were angry with me. They forced me to care for their vineyards, so I couldn't care for myself, my own vineyard. Tell me, my love, where are you leading your flock today? Basically, what you got going on today, Solomon? I want some of your time. Where will you rest your sheep at noon? For why should I wander like a prostitute among your friends and their flocks? Wow. What's the other word? Or like a veiled woman. All right, young man, Solomon is about to talk. If you don't know, O most beautiful woman, follow the trail of my flock and graze your young goats by the shepherd's tents. Oh man, I'm having too much fun with this. You are as exciting as, man, he was writing an R&B song over here. You are as exciting, my darling, as a mare among Pharaoh's stallions. He got bars. Bars! Verse 10. How lovely are your cheeks. Your earrings set them afire. How lovely is your neck enhanced by... See, I would be still married. I wouldn't be divorced right now if I was reading Song of Solomon to my former wife every night. Every night I should just busted it out. Whenever we about to have an argument, like, hey, let me read this Song of Solomon to you, girl. Song of Solomon. All right, keep going. How lovely are your cheeks. Your earrings set them afire. How lovely is your neck, enhanced by a string of jewels. We will make for you earrings of gold and beads of silver. Goes to the young woman. She about to her part. The king is lying on his couch, enchanted by the fragrance of my perfume.